Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phoenix and welcome to the channel. Today I have I have a video about the upcoming expansion, which is Victory is Life. I haven't had a chance to actually do this because I've been doing some other things, which I will be covering in a Captain's Ready Room report sometime next week. But anyways, so there's Star Trek Online, or Cryptic Perfect World Entertainment, has announced a new expansion for Star Trek Online, and it's called Victory is Life. It will be coming in June of 2018. What the exact date is, right now we don't know. However, some exciting stuff is happening with this new expansion. We are getting several new characters reprising their roles within the game. So that is awesome. Which ones are coming, I should say. So we have Alexander Siddig as Dr. Julian Bashir, Andrew Robertson as Counselor Elam Garrick, Armin Shimmerman as Quark, Aaron Eisenberg, who has already done a voiceover but is going to be joining us again as Captain Nog, Jeffrey Combs as Wyone, J.G. Hertzler as General Mortok. I know he's done some voiceovers before, and now he's back again. We got Nana Visitor as Kira Nerys, and Renee Aberjuno, I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong, is returning as Odo, which he was in the last featured episode, I believe it was. We have Chase Masterson, who is coming back to play Lita. We also have Max Grodlich as Rom. What else? Now I don't know. Is it Bumper Robertson is voicing the Jem'Hadar? And then we have Salome Jens, and she's the female changeling. So I don't know if she did a voiceover, because I know she was in a previous episode in Star Trek Online. So maybe she'll be voicing that over. But anyways, so lots of cast members are coming, which is awesome. DS9 is getting a facelift, or a restructure, which is awesome. And if you follow Zeph Films, he did an awesome video on some of the new stuff that they are doing to DS9. Some awesome stuff that's going to be happening there. I will be adding a link to that video in the description below. So they've also added more areas to the to Deep Space Nine. So they're adding the infirmary, Odo's security office, Garrick's clothing, the Bajoran Temple, which they've already had, but I think they're kind of redesigning it, which is nice. Apparently there's a Klingon deli and a Juma stand, the Replomat, and they're redoing Quark's bar, which is really, really awesome. It looks, from the details here that you're seeing here, they put a lot of work into it. Now they took out the original plans for DS9 here, and it's only like 140 degrees, so they had to figure out how to fill in the extra 220 degrees. So luckily they're able to space everything out. They put a lot of work and love into this, so I'm very excited to see the final product. Now, just for those that are really anal on detail, they've done what they can to make sure everything is correct. There's going to be some things that may not flow correctly, but understand they have taken their time to do this and do it properly. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with that. Also coming to Victory is Life is a new level cap of level 65. So it's not a whole 10 levels like it was back in Delta Rising, but it's still a nice thing to do for level caps. So what they've also done is they're increasing equipment to Mark 15, which I'm actually not surprised about. And so I know a lot of people might have been upset by this, but and I can see why they're upset, because they've already put in that time to upgrade their stuff to Epic Mark 14. But I mean, it's not going to take much to get it to Mark 15 for those that have it already at 14 and Epic. So, you know, you have to give or take, and so it seems like maybe there might be some STFs that are coming that's going to be harder, where your Mark 15 is going to really be required. So looking for that. They've changed, I think, how levels are working when it comes to level 60 to 65. So I'm not sure what exactly this is. I really haven't had a chance to go over it, but they are working on it, so that's nice to see. So they've posted rewards as to what you are going to get from level 61 onward. So at 61 it says tier 5 ship token and tier 5 ship upgrade token. So I don't know if that is where you can get a tier 5 ship from the Zen store, and you can use that T5U upgrade token on that ship. So because I can't see them just giving you like an ordinary T5 ship and then giving an upgrade token, because I don't think the base ships are upgradable. So this is something to be interested in, especially for those that are free to play and don't put any money into the game or pay for ships or anything like that. So that's beneficial for those people. Specialization qualification manual. So you get at level 62, once you get that, you can upgrade one of your bridge officers to either Intel Command Pilot Temporal Operations or sort of Temporal Operative and Miracle Worker. So there's that. At level 63, a new captain ability. So for each profession, engineering, science, and tactical, you'll gain a rank 1 of a new ability for use during space combat. It says more details coming soon, so that's awesome to know. An elite Gamma Quadrant duty officer. So you get a new duty officer. No, I don't believe this is a bridge officer. So I don't know if they're going to increase the level or the cap on duty officers or not, but we'll see. And at level 65, you get Epic Admiralty ship, the CUV Tane, which is Elon Garrick's ship, so you can use that for your Admiralty assignments. So what's not going to be changed? There's going to be no new ranks, so there's going to be nothing higher than Fleet Admiral. I don't think you can even go higher than a Fleet Admiral. Now the only thing I can see them is maybe restructuring the level ranks. I'm not sure. Another big thing is no new ship tiers. So they're not coming out with tier 7 ships at this point in time, which is a nice fresh breath of air, because we've only had T6 ships for maybe 2 years or so. I'm not sure on that, but even still, we don't want to be bombarded with tier 7 ships. We're being bombarded with tier 6 ships, and it's tough to keep up with most of that. But anyways, there's no price tag on this expansion. It is free to everyone who plays, whether you're brand new to the game or you're a veteran. It'll be free for all, which is nice. Another big announcement that they have come out with is after a lot of people voicing their opinions as to having Cardassians come into the fold, into Star Trek Online as a playable character, I believe they are allowing you to do that. Now, I'll get into a bit, but there is some discrepancy about the Cardassian playable character at this point in time. Now, says it's playable for Starfleet and Klingon factions, so maybe there might be like the Romans where they are factionless until like level 10, then you gotta choose one or the other. But it's still nice to see a new race coming into Star Trek Online that is playable. Although I would prefer if the Romulans have their own faction and Cardassians have their own faction. But I mean, I don't know what the limitations are on this whole faction system, but regardless, you can still, hopefully you can still play as a Cardassian, and hopefully they'll give you a character slot so that you can play as a Cardassian. So the, oh, there we go. All right, so the Cardassians come with species traits. So there is the space trait recalled tactics. So the blurb says Cardassians are well known for their photographic memory and mental strength, which is utilized during combat to recall the extensive combat training instruction. For every 5 seconds you are in combat, you'll gain 1 stack of recalled tactics, which will increase your damage, accuracy, and defense for a short time. So that is really, really awesome as a species trait. I can see a lot of people using that, both in PvE and PvP. The ground trait, Superior Mental Fortitude, increases your resistance to mind control attacks, enhancing innate resistance to the effects of Confuse, Stun, and Placate. This can also make you immune to the Vulcan Nerve Pinch, which unfortunately that's not a thing in the game, but that is, I like that little joke at the end. It was nice. So so with every expansion, Star Trek Online releases a couple of packs. So you get a starter pack, which I believe, is $20 US. So for those that are in Canada, you're going to have to pay a little bit more if you want to get this. I don't know if it's going to be in the Zen store. They normally do put it in the Zen store. So I don't know how much Zen that would calculate out to. But you can, if you grind out the dilithium, you can convert it over to Zen. So that won't be a problem. So what the pack contains, the starter pack contains a T6 Jem'Hadar Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser. You get the playable Jem'Hadar Vanguard species. You get the Jem'Hadar Tactical Uniform costume, and you get 2 titles, Victory's Life and Plain and Simple. So here's the Dreadnought Cruiser. This looks like a total badass ship. I would love to get my hands on this. And then you get the Vanguard species. I don't know what the difference between the Vanguard species and a regular Jem'Hadar is. I would assume that they are similar species, just maybe one is tougher than the other. And then you have the Vanguard pack. This is like the big one. So, and this one is $130 US. So that's a lot. So let's go back here. So what it contains is 2 T5 ships, 1 Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier, 1 Jem'Hadar Heavy Escort Carrier. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T6 vessels, 3 Jem'Hadar, 3 Cardassians. You get a Jem'Hadar Vanguard Raider, Jem'Hadar Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser, the Jem'Hadar Vanguard Warship, and then you get a Cardassian Intel Science Dreadnought Damar class, Cardassian Intel Flight Deck Cruiser, Jem'Or class, and the Cardassian Intel Escort I can't talk today, Depapa class. You get the playable Cardassian species. This is where I was discussing whether it's actually a free playable character or not a free playable character. Maybe this was a typo. Or maybe it was just, a copy and paste of something. I don't know. So, but you also get the Jem'Hadar Vanguard species, the tactical uniform, 3 high end grade upgrade kits, 2 large XP boosts, and you get 6 titles. You get Gamma Vanguard, Victory's Life, Engineered for Victory, Citizen of Terek Nor, Family is All, and Plain and Simple. So here's the Dreadnought Carrier. There is the Heavy Escort, which is looking pretty badass. And then we have the Vanguard Raider, which is looking pretty cool. Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser, which is the one we saw with the starter pack. Then the Jem'Hadar Vanguard Warship, which looks amazing. And then here's the Cardassian ships. So we have the Intel Science Dreadnought, which looks pretty cool. I mean, it's keeping in line with the almost the Galore class. Well, obviously different, but still in line with it. Then we have the Intel Flight Deck Cruiser, which is a different take on it, but almost similar. And then we have the Intel Escort, which looks pretty cool. I kind of like the Cardassian ships. They're really interesting. But anyways, so you get the playable Cardassian species. This was the Federation, and this is the Klingon version here. Now, Cardassian kit. Yeah, so I don't know if they're actually a free to play character or if you actually have to pay for it. Who knows? Then you have the Jem'Hadar Vanguard species, which we've already shown. Here's the tactical uniforms on like Klingons and Romulans, so slightly different, I guess. I don't know. And then here's all the other information on the Victory's Life titles. And so that is it. There was a lot to get through. I tried to make this as quick as possible, try to give you a Cole's Notes version of what is happening. I will try to be more on the ball if more information comes out or is released. Well, that is it for today's video, and as always, this is the start of a dialogue. Are you excited for the new expansion? Will you get either of these packs? And are you happy to finally have the chance to play a Cardassian within Star Trek Online? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you are not a member of this community, press subscribe. I make content on Star Trek Online and other sci-fi related videos, commentaries, and reviews just like this one once a week. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. I will link the Patreon page in the top pinned comment below if you want to support this channel further. Every little bit helps, and it means so much to me if you could help. I will also link my Twitter and Facebook pages down in the pinned comments as well. Thank you for watching, live long, and prosper.